How you doing, sports fans? Here we are. The final guide, which is Javelin. Don't worry, we will be going back into some of the events as we see things change. They're constantly changing. Tiny little things change in events, probably on a 4 to 6 week rotation. So we will try and keep you up to date with what's going on. What we're doing Javelin. So here we go. So Javelin, it's a bit random. You can get all the right timings and you'll probably have a variance of about, I don't know, half a metre maybe. If you get the timings right. There are times when you know you're just going to get your PB. You can tell by the event. So here we go. So we obviously get it in between there. That is pretty bad. And then we've obviously thrown that too high an angle. As you get further along, you have to throw so much earlier on this, which actually makes club championships quite hard because you have to throw a lot later. But here we go. So we landed in there, and there we go. That's not a bad throw. It should be 97. You go near a spot on 97. So I mean that tiny little bit of difference between there and a PB. You're not really going to affect that yourself. I mean, there was a tiny bit of room left on that blue board, and this is going to be a foul. Yeah, just a foul there. And you see there, it's actually shorter, even though technically we were better in the blue box. That is Javelin. Javelin is a very easy event. You are aiming for that 40 to 45 degree angle. It's not a perfect 45. It's probably actually more like 38 to 42%. If it showed that more accuracy, it would make the event far too easy. I don't mind it having a little bit of random in there. But Javelin, very easy to do. Run, hit, and then obviously set the angle for throwing. And then there is always a little bit of random in there. So that is it for all of the events that we've gone through. If I was to give you any bonus tips on all the events, if we're going to look at all the events just quickly. So we've done guides for all of these. If you look through the channel, you'll find all the guides. I would do that thing where you put thumbnails in videos and go, look here, it should be this top right hand corner. It's not that. I haven't got into my video editing yet. But if you start looking through here, look, your sprints are fairly self-explanatory. Your 800, 1500. 15 is a little bit harder at the moment, but I also think that's part because obviously I've been leveling up, which makes it a lot quicker and it does make it a lot harder. 5:10 marathon, pretty easy. Hurdling, nothing great there. And obviously the big thing that everyone's focusing on at the moment is pole vault. But yeah, what you've got to do, you just got to keep on plugging away. There's the grind that you need to do to get up the levels. But that is Javelin. I got sidetracked there. I will do, as I said, another video just so you have a bit more about what's going on. We might as well record the World Tour tomorrow. As you can see, World Tour in second place. Look, I've got a lot of wiggle room in most of those events. There's a good at least half a second, if not like 1500. I've got a minute to the PB, so I could really catch up. If this was a final, I would be catching up against Antonetti. We've got loads of tokens ready for the final where we're going to grind, hopefully score some PBs, maybe get some of that recorded as well. So on that note, we are done. And I will see you next time. Thanks a lot for watching.